Welcome to the Guilford County 2023 State of the County Address. From the board chambers inside the Old County Courthouse in downtown Greensboro, here's Chair of the Board of Commissioners, Melvin Skip Alston. Communities across Guilford County rely on public education.
Strong communities are street by street, neighborhood by neighborhood, and schools are the anchors in our community.
That's one reason the county dedicated nearly half its annual budget to Guilford County schools, and why voters approved up to $2 billion in school construction bonds.
Some of the things that I am most proud of course, our significant increased investment in public education.
Seeing new projects coming out of the ground, being able to provide funding for schools over and beyond what our responsibilities are has just been a great opportunity to say that we value education as county commissioners.
The ability to move forward on these projects is going to change the future of our community, and that is something I am very proud of.
The county has really stepped up. It is a huge priority for us to support and invest in public education, and so we have filled in the gap.
What we're doing in Guilford County is reimagining public schools. No longer are they just going to be open from 7 in the morning until 4 in the afternoon. We need to reimagine them, and we've done so that these buildings are not just better buildings, but they provide safer community spaces.
The county's commitment to education extends beyond grades K through 12. $20 million in the 2024 county budget goes to Guilford County Technical Community College for workforce training.
Whenever we are looking to attract and retain employers, whether that be small businesses or very large ones, a key component is our ability to train and continue to train the workforce. And so for us, a major partner is GTCC.
Investments in education and skills training are key elements of some of the most significant economic wins in a generation.
So we've had a lot of really exciting news about economic development in Guilford County over the last 12 months. Many new companies are coming to our area and are on the cutting edge of technology, aviation, biomedical sciences, so many incredible opportunities for our community.
Economic development incentives are all about partnerships. And whenever we go through the incentive process, we're partnering with the state, we're partnering with local municipalities, and our local economic development partners like the Greensboro Chamber of Commerce and the High Point Economic Development Corporation. Because of that partnership, we've been able to attract major employers. The type of jobs that we are looking to create here in our community are those high-paying jobs. We're looking at the creation of thousands of these jobs right here in Guilford County.
As these companies ramp up, local towns and cities are utilizing funds from the American Rescue Plan to support their growing communities.
Our ARPA investments were driven by public input and in a direct response to what people in our community said that they needed in order to become more resilient as we came out of the pandemic. And so to be able to support people in the ways that they helped identify, I think brings tremendous value and meaning to the work that we're doing.
With our ARPA dollars, Guilford County was able to invest in several programs across the communities.
And by funding these community-based organizations who are in the community on a daily basis, it gives us the opportunity to support the strong work that is already happening.
The funding for the bridge project is so important because with the funding, we can affect better outcomes in education for children, we can affect better health outcomes, we can affect better job placement, job performance, and by focusing on the holistic community, we can have cross-generational impacts.
One of the great things about the Windsor-Chavis-Noco Community Center is that people will be able to access a whole bunch of city services and community service. It's kind of a one-stop shop. And I think once that ribbon is cut and the doors are open, that people are going to realize that their concerns and that their opinions were validated and that they can see it in this wonderful complex.
Receiving the ARPA money from Guilford County was so important to Oak Ridge because we've been working on developing a town water system for over 25 years. And that funding has made that future of clean, available water possible for Oak Ridge. It would not be possible otherwise.
We have a cooperative effort with the county and with the state, where each one did $5.5 million for an $11 million sewer and water infrastructure project, which will actually bring the sewer and water, that's the missing infrastructure piece we have.
If you're going to grow, you have to have water and sewer. And we're glad to have a place that we can go and say, we want to grow, but we need some help.
The American Rescue Plan was touted as a once-in-a-generation change, and this is truly the case for the town. We never have had sewer and water. And without this $11 million, we wouldn't have sewer and water. And so that will change the scope of this town for years to come.
The $5.5 million received in ARPA funds is so important to High Point because it allows us to focus on projects that, without the funding, we simply wouldn't have the resources to tackle.
Well, there's no question about it. If we had not got the money from the county, even though we wanted to do these projects, even though we want to expand our community, we didn't have the resources to do it.
On behalf of the Greensboro City Council and myself, want to thank Commissioner Alston and all of the county commissioners for really putting their dollars behind the One Guilford initiative.
I see what the Guilford County Commissioners have done in their One Guilford initiative as meeting each of the towns in Guilford County, the big ones and the small ones, where we are. Our needs aren't the same as Greensboro or High Point, but this initiative has met us where we are and is allowing us to build for our future, which is really the future of Guilford County.
Communication is critical. We took an initiative, took some of our ARPA dollars and said, we've got to invest in broadband so that our citizens are connected in a way that they need to be to have a quality of life that they deserve.
After outlining a strategy to improve connectivity across the county, Guilford County allocated funds for broadband infrastructure through the GREAT Grant Program and worked with local housing authorities to support digital literacy programs to enhance the county's workforce development efforts.
There's a nationwide shortage of skilled trades. We know that. It used to be that business was here and education was over here and colleges were over here, and now we've brought all of those in the same center of gravity. These students can now, by the time they're a sophomore, junior, be working with industry and familiarize themselves with whatever that next job may be.
One of the areas that I'm particularly excited about is the $2 million that we allocated to the Nussbaum Center for the Carolina Steelhouse Project. This project will be a center of urban manufacturing and innovation, and it will be home for a vibrant community of artisans, small businesses, and support organizations.
We at Guilford County are truly building a stronger, more resilient business community through our MWBE efforts. It just extends more than just an MWBE office where people can just come and bid on projects. It helps to prepare them by providing education and resources to be able to be competitive in this process.
Our partnership with Defense Alliance of North Carolina, otherwise known as DANCE, is very important as we seek to be a beacon for Department of Defense jobs. We want to attract and retain those critical jobs.
The need for workers in public safety, be it police, fire, EMS, is critical nationwide. So we're all competing with other jurisdictions and trying to attract the best talent to help serve our public.
Guilford County's public safety agencies responded to more than 150,000 calls last year. In a highly competitive job market, it's more important than ever for the county to strengthen and ensure resiliency among its vital first responder workforce.
So we've done a couple of things, working on our pay plan to make sure that we're paying these individuals competitive wage. The other piece is training, making sure that we have access to training to get people involved in public safety.
To reach a broader demographic, the county created the EMT Launchpad and the Paid Fire Academy. These entry-level programs allow more people to explore a career in public service.
Think about when you call 911. We can't not have somebody come Because of that, we have to continuously look at how do we make sure that talent pool is available and here to serve you on a day-to-day basis. That's what these academies do. When we look at the successful outcome of the Fire Academy, of the EMT Academy, and the Paramedic Academy, that put people in the seats of those trucks that are available to respond to your emergency day in and day out.
And when responding, the county is using an innovative approach called IMPACT. The new Interagency Medical Provider Assessment and Care Team pairs a smaller, more nimble response unit to calls that likely won't require transport to a hospital.
This IMPACT team, which by the way is the first of its kind in the state, can help not just put the right resources there, but put them there quicker. I often say we need to match task with talent when we're talking about people. We need to do the same thing with resources, matching resources with the need. Instead of having a $300,000 unit responding, they may have a $75,000 unit respond that can provide the resources that are needed at that particular time.
Over at Guilford County Animal Services, the team is expanding community outreach efforts to improve adoptions, provide access to rabies vaccinations, and promote spay and neuter programs.
Since moving into our new Animal Resources Center, we've been able to offer more services and better engage with our community. One of the things that we're working on right now is a new initiative called 72 Hours Straight to Foster. And this is allowing those who may not be able to adopt or foster long-term an opportunity to foster for a shorter period of time until we have the opportunity to find a permanent home for those animals.
And when it comes time to take that new foster or adopted pet for a walk outside, Guilford County is home to a beautiful park system. From dog parks and aquatic centers to trails and golf courses, Guilford County Parks offers quality outdoor opportunities for everyone.
So what we saw across the county during the pandemic was a significant increase in park usage. One of the things I wondered is this going to stick? Will this hold true after we come out of the pandemic? And what we've seen is that the answer to that question is actually yes. And I think that the reason that people continue to use our parks and that the numbers of folks who are enjoying the incredible facilities we have continues to grow is because our facilities are really special.
To ensure those resources support the growing Guilford County population well into the future, the county is currently updating the Comprehensive Parks Master Plan.
The plan is going to help us decide what will parks and park offerings look like over the course of the next decade. One of the things we did in the last 12 months was extend our offerings here in Guilford County on the Mountains to Sea Trail. We opened an additional section of that trail at the Heinz Chapel Preserve in McLeansville, and that opening was particularly special because we were able to do it in conjunction with the statewide celebration of the Year of the Trail. Guilford County continues to take a One Guilford approach, and that is true even in our parks. We collaborated with our local municipalities in order to build the Piedmont Discovery app, which allows users to download a free app and to access all of the parks and trails throughout the county. Those operated, of course, by Guilford County and by all of our municipal partners as well.
I think that the county is doing a really good job being intentional about mental health services.
When a mental health or substance use crisis occurs, Guilford County is taking a total care approach. There's someone to call, a place to go, and a team to respond.
The 988 line has been a tremendous addition to services for those who need immediate help. And it may even be a life-saving call, because that one personal contact can really make the difference. And we're hearing that here it has been a very active access to help.
At the Guilford County Behavioral Health Urgent Care, more than 11,000 have received crisis services. New this year, when a longer stay is needed, the Behavioral Health Center also offers short-term facility-based care.
This is a facility that is set up for stabilization and immediate crisis care. So if they need to stay overnight, if they need to stay several days, it's there. And they can, when they go through that door, they're going to get the care that they need.
When an emergency response is needed, A specially trained Guilford County paramedic is now part of the Greensboro Police Department's Be Heart unit and responds alongside behavioral health specialists and law enforcement officers to emergencies, including someone experiencing a mental illness or substance use crisis. All emergency responders countywide are equipped and trained to reverse an overdose, and Guilford County is expanding that training to residents through GC Stop. This partnership between Guilford County EMS and UNC Greensboro has distributed nearly 6,000 overdose reversal kits across the county in the past year.
GC Stop was one of those innovative programs where different folks from different areas came together and said, we need to collaborate to help address this issue and make a difference. Personally, I had a sister that died from opioid overdose. And it's not just the person that died, it's the families of those left behind that you need to think about. And we have a responsibility in the county to make sure that we do what we can to address this critical issue.
Partnerships are the heart of the county's response to domestic violence prevention and intervention. The Guilford County Family Justice Center supported nearly 13,000 people experiencing domestic violence last year and was recognized with a national award for its high-risk homicide prevention initiative. This year, the FJC is partnering with Guilford County EMS and the Division of Social Services to create an adult welfare community team. This team will connect vulnerable adults calling 911 to resources like healthcare, housing options, food assistance, and other long-term solutions.
The formulation of this team provides resources from DSS, our Family Justice Center, from emergency services, and others that can help better allocate limited resources to the people that are in need and get them to the right location. We want to make sure that people have access to all health care, understanding the true emergency where they need 911, but also understanding the day-to-day aspects of helping with some need that's better met from a different level of service.
In addition to supporting adults, the FJC is a critical healing space for children and youth impacted by domestic violence.
Family Justice Center has joined up with Camp Hope America in sponsoring a camp every summer for youngsters who have experienced trauma from domestic violence and child abuse. When these youngsters return in the fall, they're totally different. They have confidence. They have gotten past this feeling of, was I to blame? The youngsters there are given opportunities to do all kinds of activities, and then also to sit around campfires and just talk. And then they realize they're not alone and that they're not to blame.
When we think about the health of our community, it is more than just physical health. It involves housing. It involves employment. It involves transportation. It involves mental health. And those are all components that through the various services that our county provides that we're trying to address, not just for our citizens, but with our citizens. A critical component of improving access to health care is to meet people where they are.
The Navigator program that we were able to partner with Ready for School, Ready for Life is going to be especially beneficial to our citizens in Guilford County. There are hundreds of organizations that are serving the people of Guilford County, but not everyone knows who they are and what services they provide. And so the Navigators are going to be in the OB/GYN offices where the parents are already coming and connecting their need with the resources that are already available in our community.
To help more infants thrive, Every Baby Guilford works with the community to prevent infant deaths and eliminate racial disparities in prenatal and infant health care.
We are very proud in this county of our Every Baby Guilford program that has just won national recognition for the work that they're doing to reduce disparities among childbirth, is adding a personal touch, having a doula who looks like you, who can relate to you, somebody that you can trust, and it's a relationship that you're building out here in the community.
This approach to connecting with the community extends to the county's veteran population and their families.
I've seen Guilford County really be one of the biggest advocates for our veterans here. Veterans Benefit Live, just a few weeks ago, we served over 560 veterans. Our county was front and center with the planning and coordinating. So many times these veterans just don't know where to go. It's our job to really reach out and provide them that connectivity.
As Guilford County grows, it is vital for county commissioners and county government to stay connected to residents on important initiatives like the county budget.
Community engagement is extremely important because if we don't have a transparent process and our elected officials aren't being forthcoming with what's going on in the community, it's hard to build trust. And in order for us to reach our full potential, we need our community members to be participatory. So earlier in the year, we started off with budget town halls, and this was an opportunity for our staff and county commissioners to go into different parts of our community and let them know what was in our prior budget, the ideas that we had for our future budget, and then it gave the community members an opportunity to really engage with us. Guilford County is really focused on planning for our future, and one of the ways that we're doing that is with our 2040 comprehensive plan. And this is where our planning department has put together a survey as well as workshops and town halls, and it's an opportunity for our community to really be a part in creating the future of Guilford County.
We're working together as one.
We are one Guilford.
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 We are one Guilford, building stronger communities together.